by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Along with the big Aristotle, Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Miami Heat. For the Heat, they come in off a win in their last game against the Rockets at Toyota Center. That game, a high-scoring affair. We'll see if this one turns into a shootout as well. Shaq, we see some physical play. We know the league's trying to cut down on the hard fouls and some of that stuff. Does that ever make you laugh because you've been in some pretty rough games with some pretty tough customers?
Yes, I played against the likes of Charles Oakley and Rick Mahorn. Charles Oakley was a guy that was undersized, but when he fouled you, you felt it 2 weeks after. And not only did he foul you on one play, he fouled you every play, every time, every series, all the time.
So you would feel that probably days after the game was played, huh?
I'm still feeling it now, Ernie.
Did you have some folks feeling your influence on a game? Guys who said, "Oh man, Shaq really got a hold of me last night."
Yeah, I had to touch up a few people.
Yeah? Anybody in particular?
Can't name, Ernie.
Oh, I know why.
You know the phrase.
Yes, I do know the phrase. And here it is. Let's get it out to Kevin Harlan.
A flyover, a gorgeous look at the Charlotte skyline. Welcome, everyone. This is what you've been waiting for. The NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. Last game for the Hornets, they picked up the W against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Trading blows in that one, they did win by 3.
That was an impressive defensive performance. The athleticism, the intensity, the energy, really shutting their opponent down.
And Steve, that was reflected in their block total. I mean, they were extremely disruptive, equal parts hustle, muscle, and smarts.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Dang and McRoberts holding down the forward spots. Norris Cole and Dwayne Wade combine at guard. And it's Bosh in at the 5. Now here's Walker. Following the miss by Chris Bosh. 2 on the clock. Here's Jefferson. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Jefferson's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Hornets.
Well, 2 seasons ago, the Heat were rolling. They won a franchise record 66 games. 27 of those came consecutively. Last season, they managed the regular season. They knew they had to pace themselves in an effort to try to win a 3rd straight championship.
Here's Walker. Following the basket by Chris Bosh. On the wing, Stevenson. It's tipped. And here is Dang. Here is McRoberts. Inside.
Oh! How about that basketball, fan? Beautiful. Wow.
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Man.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
Here's Stevenson after the Heat pick up 2. Jefferson setting the pick for Walker. Inside to Jefferson. Nobody near Stevenson. From outside, off the mark.
You know, even though he missed that 3-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, because you know if you continue to give up open looks like that, you're in big trouble.
Now here's Dang. Kicks to Cole. Pass to Wade. The 11-footer. Al Jefferson grabs the miss. Now here's Walker. Stevenson outside. Back to Walker. Now Stevenson. 26 points for him last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
You know what was great, too, Kevin, was the way he balanced getting his own shots and making plays for others. That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
From deep, Walker, and that is good.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Bosch, a screen on Stevenson. Wade outside. He kicks to Bosch. Back to Wade. Just 5 on the clock. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. You can list off a lot of accolades for Dwayne Wade. But one thing that might get overlooked is just how good he is at throwing the alley-oop pass.
Absolutely. It shouldn't be a surprise since he's so skilled at so many other facets of the game, but he might go down as one of the better alley-oop throwers of all time. Andre Miller's in that category, too.
Yes, 2 very, very good examples.
With Wade, you look at a lot of the year-end highlights for any season in the past few years, and a lot of them are just him throwing down those majestic-looking alley-oops.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And one final thing about Wade's alley-oop passes. He can throw them accurately from almost anywhere. I recall one he threw from almost the foul line at the other end to LeBron James in a game against the Pacers. As soon as he gets it even near his own half-court line, he's a threat to catch somebody sleeping.
The Heat with the lead. And Cole kicks to Wade. It's Wade again missing. Charlotte's gone 102 from long range in the first quarter. Now here's Walker. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And his work on the glass, certainly noteworthy. And he contributed in a number of ways.
Here's Cole. Hornets with the rebound. Jefferson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Wade against Walker. Inside to Jefferson. Stolen by Bosch. Goes up. Hammers it down off the coast-to-coast break.
And once he took off, it looked like the defense just had no interest in getting in his way.
That's one where you just give up the 2 points and move on.
Now here's Walker. And he uses the glass on the layup. Walker's got 5 now.
How about the first quarter for him at the offensive end? He's really had the touch going.
Here's Cole, and that one's good. Hornets trail by 3. Outside, Walker. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Kemba Walker, quick. Got a great handle on the ball. He's a blur in transition. And what I like about him, he's always looking to push the tempo for easy baskets. And he's tough, not afraid of the moment.
And the first one drops. And Walker tough to stay in front of, but yet Clark, he's become a great finisher around the rim.
Well, you know, you have to be able to do that at his size. He's listed at 6'1", which I think is really generous. He's more 5'10"-ish, 5'11", and he understands that's an area that he has to continue to expand and add to be the potent offensive player he's capable of being.
Kemba Walker hits them both.
The Hornets are certainly showing signs of development and improvement, and that's not all they're doing to put fans in the seats. Those who bought season tickets last season have got season tickets for this season for free. That meant tickets as cheap as $3.25 a game. Wow, that's a heck of a deal.
Here's Walker after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Walker the pass to Zeller. Just his first attempt. And it's D. Wade with the rebound. Well, Heat leading by 3. And this franchise, known for its first 9 years as the Bobcats, has now claimed the Hornets name and looks to start anew.
Well, to this point, you know, the worst winning percentage among active NBA franchises and not a single playoff win. It's easy to see why they would embrace a different tradition with the Hornets name.
Here's Zeller after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Jefferson setting the pick for Stevenson. 6 on the shot clock. Jefferson inside. He's covered by Bosch. That's good. Jefferson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
They'll take as many of those looks as they can get.
The Heat have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Cole dishes to Bosch. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
Norris Cole played his college ball at Cleveland State, but was a state champion at Dayton Dunbar High School. He's a quick scoring guard who the Heat bring in off the bench, not only to push the tempo offensively, but to provide some real havoc defensively.
Hornets trail by 5. Up top, Walker. 7 points in the game. Jefferson setting the pick for Walker. Jefferson with it, and Bosch picks him up defensively. Here's Stevenson. It's hauled in by the Heat. And Norris Cole, Steve, more a scoring guard than a playmaker.
Yeah, he picks his spots, Kevin. You know, still searching for that efficiency offensively that would put him over the top, but really found a niche for himself alongside Wade in Miami.
Dang with the buckets.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Let's see how long they can keep it going. This is quite a start.
Outside, Walker. Jefferson setting the pick for Walker. Jefferson has a wide open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. And that's now 6 points for Al Jefferson. So the Heat, their last game, a win against Houston.
And they were so proficient in that game offensively, guys. Their passing was dynamic. Shot making, really good flow to their offense.
Well, they played a very intelligent game of basketball, Steve, and those two things go hand in hand.
Here's Stevenson after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Stevenson with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And Walker kicks to Stevenson. Here's Kid Gilchrist. And Luol Deng pulls it down. The Heat leading by 8. Here's Cole. He had 13 points in the win against Houston. Wade passes to McRoberts. And it's Miami with another.
Well, with this soft D, they're allowing them to shoot a very high percentage from the field so far.
Yeah, and they're just not offering any resistance, not making anything difficult for them, and they're able to kind of do whatever they want to do.
And so here's Charlotte after the Heat pick up 2. Jefferson's shot is off.
I thought he'd make that one. And that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. And what'd you find out, Doris?
I asked him what their focal point would be defensively, and he said that Al Jefferson is at the top of their scouting report. With his smooth, low-post repertoire and mid-range shooting touch, he can put up points in a hurry. He said they'll try to steer him to his left hand as much as possible and just hope for the best. Kevin, we'll see if they can force him into a tough night.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, the Miami Heat, since the Big Three assembled, have been a polarizing team. Some fans rooted for them, others rooted against them. Either way, they've been an incredible story for the league and have become just a huge draw around the NBA.
And now with the Big Three era coming to an end, Miami not perhaps one of the more hated teams around the NBA, but Clark, they are still at the forefront of the league scene in the East.
And while they might have lost a bunch of the bandwagon fans, by no means is this team finished with being a title threat. There's just too much talent on this roster, and for the first time in a long time, they might enjoy being viewed as underdogs.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. The Heat also changing it up. Anderson, he's checked in for Bosch. Granger comes in for Josh McRoberts. And it's Chalmers in for Dwayne Wade. And he sinks the second.
Well, I never got to compete in a dunk contest, but I've seen more than a few at All-Star Weekend. It's just amazing what players today can do in the air. And still, I think my favorite dunker of all time